Now, I'm sure you guys have seen the headlines that Brazil and Argentina, they're in discussions right now to create a common currency. And you may have a lot of questions. Does this mean that the Brazilian real is going to go out of business? Nobody's going to be using it anymore? The Argentinian peso, is it still going to be intact? Well, the answer is yes. This is going to be basically a trade-based currency that they intend to create, and it is getting a lot of flack from analysts all over the world saying, yeah, good luck. And I also agree with them. There's a lot of stuff that makes sense that the analysts are saying. We're going to go over that here. But at the end of the day, this is going to boil down to a couple things. This common currency is going to lead us down the direction of a central bank digital currency. It's going to bring up the discussions that we need some sort of a central bank, one world, global trade currency. My gosh, does it sound like the end of times to you? It sounds like the end of times to me. We're going to discuss the potential here for this common currency, what the analysts are saying, and what it means for you and me. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2023 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and a $1 crypto trade gets you $5 in free crypto. If you guys want crypto exclusive exchanges where you can buy, sell, trade, short, leverage, all that good stuff, you get KuCoin and Binance down there. KuCoin and Binance, they offer rewards for the more active traders. So the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. But please be aware, if you hold your cryptocurrency on those exchanges, it is considered a loan to those exchanges. If you want it to be considered your asset, you need to keep it on a cold storage or a DeFi wallet. Now guys, let's discuss. I'm going to go over the key points of this article here, and then we're going to get into a little bit more detail and kind of a little bit more opinion oriented towards the end here. But Argentina and Brazil are discussing plans for a common currency. Analysts can scarcely believe it. Me as well. So some of the key bullet points are Argentina and Brazil in early talks to create a common currency as part of a coordinated bid to reduce reliance on the US dollar. So for a lot of people that live in the US, you may not know this, but if the dollar increases or decreases in value, it drastically affects the prices of goods and services in other countries all over the world. For example, if the dollar rises in value, things here, they may not get any more expensive. You can go to the grocery store. This is not inflation. This is something different. And you can go to the grocery store and everything still continues to be denominated in dollars. If you're living in another country and the dollar rises in value because it is more expensive, you need to pay more to get those goods and services. So for example, a carton of eggs is completely dependent on the price of the dollar as opposed to, I don't know, the bird flu or whatever they're blaming inflation on these days here in the United States. Now, analysts are highly skeptical, dismissing this proposal as pie in the sky. We're going to talk about why. Ooh, that even rhymes. It's hard to believe Argentina and Brazil would actually move in this direction given the discrepancy in the two economies at the present stage. And that makes the most sense here. Argentina they're rolling in on 100% annualized inflation. Think about that, guys. We think it's bad here in the United States when we're seeing 6, 7, 8% inflation, and they're rolling in on 100% inflation, not to mention, in increasing value in the dollar and in things that affect them in all sorts of ways. So this article, we're not going to go over the entire thing, but the analysts are basically saying, this is the head of America's at-risk consultancy, Verisk, says that these are just flamboyant talks to bring attention or bring major attention to an otherwise inconsequential regional summit. So they've got a financial summit going on down there, I think Davos, but in South America. And they want to bring attention to it. So they're talking something drastic here that has been a attempted in other countries, but we've only really seen it play out in the European Union with the euro, and that took decades to get off the ground, and it took a lot of economic alignment in different types of political atmospheres and things so that these companies and countries and people align on their viewpoints in order to use a common currency. Now, these are analysts speaking here, and they absolutely expect this new currency to share the same destiny as the peso andino, which never got off the ground, or the sucre, which is a digital payment currency used by Venezuela and ideologically aligned countries that has no more than a symbolic value, and it's failed to dent the importance of the US dollar in regional trade. Guys, we can go through the rest of it, but basically they're just saying these two countries right now are trying to do each other a favor. They're trying to get along, and they're trying to create the best economic environment for these two countries, which I completely agree with. Now, when it comes down to a common currency and trade, think about Ripple, okay? Ripple is a company that created XRP for these cross-border transactions. If you're looking at a situation like this, where you know Brazil and Argentina are not going to get together, create this currency overnight, and use it for trade purposes, I know that Ripple has a presence in South America. If they just explored that, they could easily use XRP to facilitate cross-border transactions that would not necessarily negate reliance on the dollar, but it would absolutely diminish reliance on the dollar in a way that they could use XRP as their facilitating currency to help these transactions, make them cheaper, make them faster, make them more secure, and they have all of the benefits of that common currency. They don't want to go that direction, though, because they want control. Guys, governments are crazy, okay? We get this. Governments are not in the business of making money. In fact, they're in the business. You can look at the debt ceiling here in the United States, $31 trillion and rising with no intentions of ever paying it off. It's almost like if you're a country, you just go until you can't go anymore, and you've dug yourself into so deep of a hole that you can't get out. And they understand that. Because the United States controls the dollar, they don't care how many dollars they print or how far in debt they are. Because Brazil and Argentina could control this central currency or this common currency, they don't care about, for-profit businesses like Ripple who are already facilitating transactions in a way that they would absolutely desire to do. So what does this lead us to? The only logical explanation for common currencies, which we could absolutely see start to spread out. I don't know if it begins in Brazil and Argentina with this common currency. If it begins in the US, China, Japan, who knows where. But when a central bank digital currency begins to take presence and begins to take form, maybe it starts out. Maybe it starts out as a trade currency between countries. And then from there on, starts to make it to the masses and make it to the population. But guys, one thing that we know is that a central bank digital currency means 100% total control over the monetary system, which is exactly what they want. And you see the world leaders meeting together all the time, and they have these ridiculous ideas. You know that they're headed in that direction. If it doesn't make sense to you and I, that is what they are going to pursue. I don't know why, but that's the intentions behind this entire thing, is to maintain control, at the same time maintaining relationships amongst the world powers. Do Brazil and Argentina ever get a common currency off the ground? I don't know. If they do, it could take decades. But we know that we've got things in place like XRP and Ripple if they're actually serious about getting this common trade currency that doesn't necessarily affect the people that live in those countries. I want to know what you guys think. Down in the comments below, does this just point you in the direction of a CBDC, or do you think that this is just talks to get in the news for a while? Let us know down there, and of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got Claybro883 everywhere. You're getting 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance, free Discord, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.